Hey folks, Post here, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're going to go over Pikachu's Synchrid. So, Pikachu's Synchrid is actually, it's pretty interesting because, honestly, Pikachu's Synchrid, like, you could get, like, a ton of different builds out from it because there's just so many things that, you know, Pikachu actually does, and I think a lot of that is attributed to the fact that we can actually, very easily, right, well, so, I mean, the process is easy, but, you know, you just have to log in every day and do your stuff, but, you know, all of Pikachu's Synchrid grids, I guess, or nodes, I guess. All the nodes are unlockable, right? Because you could get all the dupes from the exchange shop, right? So, yeah, you could build a lot of really different and interesting builds with Pikachu. So, you know, there's mainly two, I think, two, I guess, more meta ones, right? Either you go with Thunderbolt or potions, but there's like a lot of variations of potions that you could do, and like you know you could even like build a really fun like Thunder Shock, you know, sync move spam kind of build as well if you want, right? So anyways, let's get into this. So first of all, let's go over a you know, DPS build, a Thunderbolt build. So right, first of all, let's get all these, you know, the free ones clicked out as usual, right? So Thunderbolt, there's a few ways you could go about this. Well, we'll get into the details when we get there. So let's just get the bases covered, right? You want this one right over there, left side Thunderbolt power and special attack +5, and you could get the rest of these Thunderbolt powers, right? And then down here you have another Thunderbolt power, and then speed, Thunderbolt power. So now you basically got all the Thunderbolt powers, right? And then you still have 36 energy left. So all the Thunderbolt power, that adds up to what? That's 4 4s, 16, 16, 26, and that's what, 32 extra power for Thunderbolt. That's a lot. That's a lot of power for Thunderbolt, right? It's a 2-gauge move. And, you know, depending on how many dupes you already have in for Pikachu, right, you could get some really nasty numbers with the Thunderbolt, right? And also, just to get this Thunderbolt, you'll also get like a decent amount of special attack, right? That's 15 extra special attack, right? Which again, you could also expand. You got more special attack nodes if you want to go for that. But there are some options where you could, I guess, diverge some of that stuff, right? So again, that's just basically the basics for the Thunderbolt build. So if you want to start expanding on that, there's a few more that you probably want to pick up as well, right? You probably want Thunderbolt Hostile Environment, right? Just to increase your chances of paralyzing, so you could also get Paralysis Synergy. And if you guys played with Torkoal at all, with the Burn Synergy, this does a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage, right? So you definitely want to pick these two up. You know, no matter what Thunderbolt build you're going, these two are almost like a must-have. And you probably want to pick up Power Reserve as well, which boosts your damage when in a pinch. And, you know, a lot of people were asking what in a pinch means last time in the Fernic video, which in a pinch just means, you know, when you're low on HP, right? So that should be quite clear. And it especially helps Pikachu, since Pikachu has Endurance as a passive built in, right? So that's great for Pikachu, right? So we got basically 11 more energy left, and I guess there's a few ways you could go about this one, right? You could maybe go for like the move gauge refresh if you want. I know some people like to do that, or you could just pick up these two special attacks, or, you know, this, either, you know, they're the same, +10, and then how much is that? 5. Wait, is it 5? 5 energy each? Yeah. They're all 5 energy each for +10 special attack, right? Or you could do some kind of combination. You could go move gauge refresh, or you could throw in a sync move, a buff in there as well, which you could, you know, obviously obtain because you have enough dupes. Or if you want to go like you know, no special attack buffs, but like just the sync move power up, it's just 25 power, which is a lot, right? And also want to get this move gauge refresh in as well, you can do that, right? Or, you know, just one special attack and then one sync move. It really depends on you. You can mix and match these, doesn't matter, right? So you just got what, 6 energy left, spend them however you want, right? Personally, I'd go for probably like a sync move and a special attack, or either a sync move plus the move gauge refresh. It really depends. Against I'm still farming my Pikachu. I just started because I just finished farming Dugong, and now I'm starting to farm Pikachu, and I haven't really decided which one I'm personally gonna go for, right? I think I'm pretty settled on sync move. I just don't know if I want extra special attack or the move gauge refresh. I probably would go for move gauge refresh just because I've never done it before. And it would be cool to try it out at least. If it's not that great, then I'll just go for extra special attack, right? Because it is a 2 gauge move. It should be relatively easy to get the sync move, but that's why the move gauge refresh honestly works really well with the sync over here, right? Because more move gauge refresh, you get more consistent Thunderbolts. That makes it, so that you charge up to your sync move a bit quicker, so that helps. But obviously the extra special attack stat obviously helps as well, right? With not only sync move but also Thunderbolt as well. So yeah, it really depends on you. So that's, I guess, a few ways you could build your Thunderbolt, right? Again, just quick recap. Just get all your Thunderbolt stuff. Probably want hostile environment, probably want paralysis synergy, and then power reserve, and then it depends on you if you want the extra special attack or the sync move or the move gauge refresh, right? So anyways, let's go over a build for potions. So potions is interesting, right? There's so many different builds you could go with for potion, because you do, and by potions I mean potion master healer, right? For this one, it's actually really expensive because these are like 10 energy each, right? But yeah, you could basically build Pikachu into like some kind of like insane potion spammer, because I think once you get both of these, your potions heal like 60% of HP or something like insanely crazy, right? And especially with the new changes to the sync moves, now that defensive buffs are much better, right? You could throw in some kind of comp with like Pikachu, Drake, and I don't know, something with like naturally high defenses, right? Some kind of striker that's relatively tanky, like an Emboar, or maybe like Emboar Zebstrika, who does take recoil, right? So you could throw in Drake for the defenses, and then also give them the Potion Masters, which is Pikachu, right? To help him out there, right? Stuff like Dragonite, who again do recoil, need potions, or just stuff like Torkoal that's just really tanky and would almost never die if you just have like that cycling with Pikachu, right? So here's basically the build. We want potion MP refresh, right? That gives us more chances to use potions. And we'll go into unyielding. So unyielding, for those of you who don't know, it's like let me actually just pull up the actual language they use here. So unyielding, the language they use is when the user has endured the most recent hit and has 1 HP remaining, has a small chance of allowing the user to endure an additional hit. So with Pikachu already having endurance, right? So this would give Pikachu extra chances to endure hits, right? So that would be really cool. So it would make Pikachu pretty hard to kill, along with whatever other allies that you're trying to heal and keep alive, right? So pick up both unyielding. I think it's like 10% each or something, right? And then pick up both Potion Masters, and honestly, you're kind of like out of gauges, right? It does again eat up a lot of your energy, right? So the unyielding is 11 each, Potion Master healer is like 10 each, right? So these are really expensive. MP refresh 7, right? And then after you pick those up, I'd probably just go for Power Reserve, just because you got 2 unyieldings, so it just makes more use of Power Reserve, which again, quick reminder, just powers up your moves when your HP is low, and at unyielding you'll just constantly be at like 1 HP, so you'll get your moves powered up a lot of the times, right? With this setup. So that's probably one build that you want to go if you're like going like full like potion support, right? And you also want to do some damage with your Thunderbolt as well. So that's maybe like one way you could go at it. Another pretty fun build, which again it's not as serious as the other one, but another fun one that I came up with as well. So would be sort of like a weird potion, like a weird like support slash tech build where you potion and also like and you also go like a paralysis route as well. So again, you pick up your MP refresh. Don't go for unyielding because that's gonna take 11 energy, and you know you're basically out of energy after you go through that. But you take the HP route instead. Take up these 2 potion masters, and then you have like 29 left, right? Go down, get the speed, get the thunder shocks. How much? Yeah. Definitely want to go for the Thundershock powers, and then go for the Thundershock hostile environment. And then you could either go for like 3 of these, you know, Thundershock hostile environments, and then like pick up something like maybe a, you know, Thunderbolt over here just to get the sync move if you want the sync move thing, right? Because again, yeah, Thundershock plus Hope potions, those are like really quick spammable moves that you could get the sync. Or you know, if you want to go for the paralysis synergy, you could also, you know, take 1 less hostile environment and then go for Thunderbolt over here and then pick up the paralysis synergy, which is again 10 energy, so it costs a bit. So if you want to also do a bit more damage with your thunder shocks while you're at it, you could go with that. But otherwise, if you just want the sync move, you could just, you know, pick up Thunderbolt over here, go for the sync, and then you'll have max levels for Thundershock hostile environment. Because you know, if you're trying to paralyze your opponent, going for Thundershocks, it's just easier to paralyze, right? With all the extra hostile environment nodes in comparison to Thunderbolt, you only have 1, right? So if you want to go again, like some kind of like potion healer slash also you know, tech paralysis route, you could maybe go with that, right? It's a mixed set. I personally don't really prefer it, but yeah, I just thought it was like a fun build that you could go with, right? And another fun build, I guess, is a Thundershock one, which I do not recommend. Like, these are probably not like really optimal builds, but you know, just some builds I thought was pretty fun, right? So you could pick up all of these, obviously, right? And again, this is a Thundershock build, so you go ahead and pick up the Thundershock stuff. Then go down, pick up all these Thundershocks, and then go for paralysis energy over here. Take the sync move, both sync moves over here, and the rest, I guess you could. You know, the rest depends on you. You could take up, you know, the rest of these Thundershock nodes, or you could take up like a special attack or something, right? I think that's more. Yeah, that's more than you can handle. Or if you want to take like I don't think it's a 1-bar move. You're not gonna take the refresh, so never mind. Or you could, you know, just take 1 less and then just get a special attack up instead, right? So yeah, again, a lot of different builds that you can go with Pikachu. The first 2 are the ones I'd probably recommend folks going building for, but otherwise, you know, again, it's super easy to reset your sync grid, right? Well, it's super easy. It's just really inexpensive to reset your sync grid. So for Pikachu, there's a lot of different builds that you can go for like different scenarios. So yeah, Pikachu is a fun one. Pikachu is definitely a fun one. So anyways, that's me for this one. I hope you guys know. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments down below. I only started on Pikachu. I haven't worked on my Pikachu yet. I just finished my Dugong, which you could check out the Dugong video on my channel sometime either later today or earlier, because I haven't really decided on when I'm going to release it. But you know, it should be on my channel sometime. But you know, if you want to get that, you can subscribe to the channel and get all the other Pokemon Master stuff. And yeah, again, that's me for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like if you did, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.